Hey there, welcome to my channel. This is Anaiis, Patreon Sage. To new visitors, thank you for stopping by. To return visitors, thank you very much. I really appreciate your generosity and support of your time and attention for my channel. Things are really moving. They are moving. We are buzzing right along here, and as you know, if you're a returning visitor, I have a squeaky chair and a squeaky desk because I like antiques. And let's see what else you should know. I only read for Sacred Union and Twin Flames. I don't read money, love, dating, relationship, he said, she said. I don't do any of that. I focus on Sacred Union, what helps the Sacred Union along, what challenges are up in the current energies, what we're being asked to pay attention to in our own process. And I will say to you that my nails are a mess. I've had a very busy day, very busy week, running around getting ready for a workshop, meeting all kinds of new people in my local area. This has been lots of fun. And so that's what's going on. And I also want to just share that I'm putting together my own deck of oracle cards. These are my Angel Wisdom cards. And so I'm pretty excited about sharing these with you, and you'll see them being incorporated in my readings fairly soon. I'm in the creative process of doing that, and I'm really super excited to be able to use those images in this context. I've had them on the back shelf under wraps for, well, they came about after my partner died and before I became a beekeeper. It's been a long, long time that they've been sitting, waiting for the right time to come out into the world. And now it feels like the right time, so that's kind of exciting. Okay, so this is going to be a reading for the Sacred Union Collective, and I can tell you that we have this card out. This is my Sacred Union card. Whenever this card shows up in the pre-shuffle and in the shuffle, and as the cards come out, this is I know we're reading for the Divine Union. And now we don't have the Guardian of the Gate out today, but we do have the 0 point card, which is about reset. So this will indicate another timeline merge, not so much for going through a gate, because we don't seem to be up on that kind of energy, but to be recognizing where we are in our inner journey, where we are in the beautiful coming out. People are popping. I mean, they're just popping. They're coming out of, we're all coming out of our pain bodies. Those have been working on this. We are out of our pain bodies and we're looking around. We realize we're in a whole new, different world, although things may look more or less the same, more or less. And we are having to kind of walk around and just ask again, like, wow, what's happening here? Who am I in this new world of 5D? What am I working on now? Because I'm out of the pain body. This is true for many of us. Now, there are those of you who are still working your way out of the pain body, and you're working your way into your wisdom bodies of higher consciousness, your higher self merged with your physical body and your newly activated DNA. So I like to think of this little one as a star seed who, or walk-in, who has just arrived and is like, okay, wow, let me take a look around and then see what it is that I'm going to continue to add energetically to the mix of this major transition that we're in, that I'm in, that the human collective is in. So we do have Ecstasis, the Rar card, and the Maiden. And these are from Brian Froud's beautiful Fairy Oracles deck. And so this is for me, this is the reset the timeline reset, going into 0 point, and you may go do this in your sleep, means that we're going to have a surge of energy that's going to feel pleasurable. We're going to be feeling empowered in what we do and what our sense of direction, where we're being led, where we're being inspired to bring our fully integrated selves into the world to begin our mission work. So for those of you who are still working on clearing your energy fields and you're still coming out of the pain body, this might be a really wonderful time for you to just maybe take a little bit of extra time, rest, journal, breathe, walk in nature, listen to music, write, and really begin to tune in to the inner dialogue that you're going to be having with these parts of yourself that are ready to be embodied with you and to guide you on your continued soul evolution that is part of the ascension process. So here we go. That's always exciting to see these energies out, because I will share with you that in the work that I've done for a long, long time, there were many phases to that journey, but like everybody else, the first clear ignition point for me was being completely taken out of the time-space agreement and coming back in, having a tower moment that lasted several years, and most recently, within the last 6 weeks, just knowing, feeling completely out, free and clear of the pain body. But that brings other challenges with it. And so I've been looking like, well, I really don't feel like necessarily putting my hands on anyone. And last year I got the inner confirmation that I would not be doing energy work on anyone, that I would be happy to stand by and hold space and help birth someone into their own new evolving consciousness, but that 10, 15 years ago, I was actively doing hands-on energy work on many, many, many clients, and we were working on the physical changes and discreating diseases and bringing on wellness, and that was every phase of my journey. I've been usually around 5 to 10 years ahead of the collective with what was coming next. So I'm exploring, I'm still evolving, I'm still asking questions, and the question that I'm asking now is, what is my new endeavor? Because I have completed my spiritual contract for being here at this time. So I'm kind of waiting to see whether there's going to be a new contract for me or whether I'm going to just get to play. And I wouldn't mind playing, trust me. So some of you may be feeling this, and if that resonates for you, you're out of your pain body, you're learning to adapt to the feelings and the wonderful neutrality and calmness of your wisdom body, and you're looking around. You're looking around. Who am I now? What am I going to be doing? What feels good? What feels good? And what allows me to express who I am in my totality in a way that really contributes to my community, my own well-being, to my family's well-being, as the case may be? All of it is up for negotiation. You, your higher self, those you love, and what's going on in your communities of like heart and resonance. So you're familiar, if you've been here before, you understand that this is a new kind of structure that was presented to me to help translate the current energies. I don't channel. So here we have the Divine Feminine. Now, as I have explained, I do the emotional body, the mental, etheric body, and the causal body or spiritual body. So here we have spiritual energy of the owl, mental energy, etheric energy of the peacock, and emotional energy of the peacock, and the etheric grounded energy of the beaver. This is a hard worker. This is a person who has beautiful, you divine feminine have a beautiful sense of your worth and value, the beauty and the wonderful energy of color and gorgeous diversity that you bring to your world, to your life, to your community, and you have the wisdom of the owl. So this is what the energies, the current energies for divine feminine. It's not going to be true for all of you, but some of you will resonate this. You're feeling wise, you're feeling really beautiful and worthy and empowered, and you're looking straight at your mission work and getting into it and doing what you're here to do. You're now being who you came here to be. And so it's like, okay, what are we doing? All right, so that's out for the divine feminine. This is interesting to have the timeline shift without the gate. This is really cool. I'm liking this. Now for the divine masculine, we have the bear, the cosmic egg snake energy of the distorted controllers and the patriarchal masculine energy that's been so hurtful to Gaia. And we have the zebra, which is beautiful, powerful unification of duality, black and white, integrated into a spiritual power that is aligned with source. So this energy is really, it's a beautiful transition into the zebra, because as we're waking up and we're aligning ourselves with source and ascension, we are literally, this is how we get rid of the pain body. We unwrap this snake from around the core center of our self, our being, our God self, our higher self. And then we're in this protective energy now. We know what we're about. We've got lots of tools and resources to move through the transmutations that we're doing. We're focused on clearing this out. Look how intent that bear is. It's like, I've got my eye on you and you're toast. And then we have the beautiful transition into the zebra with its third eye activated and aligned out of the system of duality, out of binary code black and white. So this is a wonderful place for the divine masculine to be, and that's a really beautiful progression even from last week. Okay, so we also have out for the union, for the energy of the union, the emotional energy is the otter. This is playful. This is loving. If you've ever seen an otter or two otters together, they're almost never by themselves. These are wonderful animals who enjoy the beautiful, cuddly, sensual life of a group of beings who know how to work, collaborate, and live well together in community. And then we have the star. So these are the two energies of this reading, the core energies of togetherness and wholeness, and all of the continued healing, so that our emotional well-being coming out of our pain bodies is well attended. So you may be finding that you're connecting with groups, you may be finding that you're making new friends, you may be finding that old challenges and difficulties around relationships have just sort of started to mend themselves, and you're no longer feeling compelled or called or even interested in spending time with people you may have known for years, and at the same time you may be reuniting with people that you haven't seen in years. So this is a beautiful energy for us, and I am going to just take a minute and pause the video. Okay, now I am going to do an extended reading here, so I'm going to move over to this area of what is the story of the current energies that are coming in support of the union, and in challenges to our own ego journeys, and in our where we still might be really understanding what it feels like when we go in separation, when we choose to come out of alignment. And that's a journey that we're all still on, because it's like a foal. I don't know if you've ever seen a newborn foal. They're finding their legs just after they're born is hysterical to watch, because they're really wobbly and shaky until they learn how to stand up on their legs, and they get up and they fall down and they wobble. And I feel like some of us, divine feminine and divine masculine, we're kind of feeling like that now when we come out of the pain body. We're asking questions like, why am I doing what I'm doing? Is that what I really want to do? Or was that an occupation or a career, or that came from being reared inside the pain body? And now that I'm out of it, I don't know if I want to do that anymore. And if I'm going to change careers, what's that going to look like? How am I going to support myself? How am I going to be supported? What will be the process and the journey of that? So that's what this is all about over here. The challenges and the support and help that both divine masculine and divine feminine are experiencing. So let's see what we have out for the union energies as the outcome. We have the Ace of Wands and the Sun. And this for me is reflective of where the energies have been for the last few days, which have really been a high focus on sacred sexuality. And for me, these two cards reflect that we, as we have come out of our pain bodies, and as we have come out of the influence of this dark, snaky, distorted sexual energy that is rampant in our world, confirmation, we have beautiful new innocence around sacred sexuality coming into our consciousness and our embodiments. And this is gorgeous. This represents a heck of a lot of healing. Heck of a lot. So this is the outcome with these central energies for this reading. And this is kind of sweet because it does reflect the star, and it does reflect the innocent playfulness and the sensuality and sexuality of those otter people. They are a hoot to watch. They're very free, and they're very innocent, and they're very sensual, and they're very loving. The otter people. Okay. So this is the outcome of the central channel. As you know, and I explained it, this is like the central channel of current of energy running through the center of your body. And now, as the outcome, we have this beautiful reorganization of innocence and sacred sexuality realigned. That's gorgeous. And the maiden is part of that. And yes, and the power of that, we are feeling that in our new relationships. And it is an ecstatic, blissful place to be. I've experienced that. It is ecstatic. It is so beautiful and so blissful and so creative. Okay, so let me move on to this dynamic in here and what's going on in the current energies. Now, I'm going to read these across today. That's the way the sentence or the paragraph wants to be read. So first we have the Singer of Initiation. And this is about, again, getting ourselves aligned and open and able to receive all manner of new insight and new understanding. And we may actually be called to generate new rituals for ourselves that we come up with on our own. Yes. And that you're feeling this call to an initiation. You could be feeling initiated into a new interest or hobby, and you're feeling sparked and inspired For instance, if you were going to decide at this point that what you really want to do is make pottery, then the singer of initiation would help you move along that timeline so that you could move into that expression of your higher self very quickly. Next we have Tate and the Sylph. This is like meow, meow. Like this is a fairy that can do 360, 180s, and you don't see the movement, and suddenly your whole perceptual world has changed. So we have this energy along with the singer of initiation. That's pretty powerful. And this is you coming into, like suddenly you had an aha about a person, place, thing, or opportunity. And you turn yourself around and maybe you walk away, or maybe you go running right at it. And that's new behavior for you. Now here we have out the green woman. And the green woman is a very protective energy, a protective feminine energy. And I see this card as a really grounded, loving friendship, possibly partnership, possibly love, intimate loving relationship. But this is intimate friends. This is a joining of the beloveds. Playful, happy, grounded, a little bit crazy, spontaneous, open, and protective of each other, and also feeling their own power. Okay, and lastly we have we have the fairies of the future. So I feel like these energies are coming together to lead to this sense within you, divine feminine or divine masculine, that you can feel now that you're on a timeline that has a sense of knowing more than the next hour or day what it is that you're going to be focused on. And that's helpful right now. That's helpful as we're coming out of our pain bodies. We're looking at, okay, what am I going to focus on? What am I going to be taking up, being initiated into, and moving toward? Okay, so the next cards out, we have Arvel the Parrot. This is all about communication, lit up, new DNA activated communication that is absolutely connected to your higher self and guided, and you're broadcasting now to the whole collective what it is that you have understood in the journey of casting off your pain body and coming out of the construct. And here we have the Master Maker. So this beautiful energy, the wand energy, is now being expressed in multiple domains. So think of yourself as having, the wand is considered to be fire, but think of yourself as having the fire, the sacred fire now to use to co-create your own life and feeling yourself alive and strong and centered. This is such a beautiful image of alignment, and as this, a natural organic alignment and a connection in alignment with the beautiful elementals who are absolutely part of the world that we live in, and we've neglected them and ignored them, and we've been educated to to think. I will use the word think. We have been educated to think that these energies are not real, that these energies do not interact with us, and that simply isn't the ultimate truth. So we have that energy coming out. And next out we have, we have Spirit Dancer. So this is all of us releasing that part of us that needed to be free from our ancestral lineage that was so squelched and buried in the ground, or the souls lost and stuck on the karmic wheel. This is the Spirit Dancer being freed by the Master Maker, which is you now, divine, masculine and feminine, and you're able to communicate with these energies. This may be you moving into new spiritual gifts here. So just notice if you start feeling that you're more empathic, or that you're having a sense of telepathy, or you're feeling really cleanly and clearly guided for the next place where you're going to focus your intention. You're going to be led by this beautiful combination. And here we have the fairy godmother. The spirit dancer is reaching to the fairy godmother, and the fairy godmother has the beautiful sacred master key, which is absolutely balanced electromagnetic co-creative energy in her hands. She is lit up, and this is moving together. This is strong feminine energy here. Doesn't matter what your gender is. This is strong feminine energy, communicating, broadcasting, in alignment, and lining up and opening up the imagination and being ready to take on the mission work that you will be doing, strengthening the mission work that you are already doing, making new connections. All right, now the next part of this we have, this is really great. Now this is, remember, this is divine feminine and divine masculine who are moving through these current energies. So we have unity. We have spiritual and energetic unity and clarity, which means our causal bodies now are clearing. This is a really important subtle body. This is the subtle body that really emanates from your crown chakra. And at the same time, this Las Gunas is grounding your ability to shape yourself in many ways and to participate in communication with all kinds of consciousness and be very grounded and very ready to move in the real world. And then now we have the singer of intuition. What was I just saying about moving into new gifts? Moving into new gifts in your waking life. Like, you may have been aware of things in your dream time, but now this energy is coming into your waking life. And what is balancing this energy for you, divine masculine and divine feminine, is this incredible infusion of ecstatic divine love. So for those of you who are feeling the waves of energy coming in, the star seeds and the indigos, you know what this feels like. The combination of intuition, unity, divine love, leading your way, and being really grounded at the same time. So this is where the current energies are leading us and the human collective. And now again, this is not going to be for all of you. You may not resonate with all this, but some of you will understand. You will be feeling this in your bodies. This is the kind of energy. I had this experience today. Everywhere I went, people were ready to make eye contact with me and smile and have a small exchange of pleasantries. People I had never seen before. They had never laid eyes on me. And this was absolutely feeling a sense of unity and enrichment in my local community. I had the most amazing conversation with the branch manager of a library that I frequent. Amazing. Just bing, bang, boom. I'm doing a workshop. She posted the flyer. She invited me to become a friend of the library, come to a meeting, and help with the communications of a whole new programming that's happening in our local library, where it is becoming more and more of a community hub in every sense of the word. I was thrilled to have that conversation with her. Thrilled. So this is what you may be feeling, divine masculine and divine feminine, in your waking reality now, because you have worked so hard to make the transition, the energetic and frequency transition to 5D. It's been a lot of work and a lot of releasing and letting go and integrating those darn DNA activations. Woo! A lot. It's a lot. So I'm going to leave that here for the general reading, and if this is where you want to move on and go about the rest of your whatever's next for you, thank you so much for stopping by. My heart today was feeling so open, and I was so amazed, and now we're having more and more feedback from people who are using our Source Solutions essences, I'm even using it in new and unexpected ways. It's just amazing what these small little vials of frequency embedded water are able to do with regular use and application. All right, so there's that. And I please do like, share, and comment, and let me know where you are in your journey. What are you feeling? What are you experiencing? And how are you learning how to stop leaking your emotional energy because you're focused on someone else, or you're pushing your energy out of yourself. Where's my twin? Where's my twin? That's not what Sacred Union or Twin Flame is about. It's about your union with Source. You as an individual, feminine or masculine energy, learning how to be in balance with yourself, which means emotional availability, deep feeling that meets the capacity to articulate things clearly, to understand, to have intellectual discernment as well as intuitive discernment. These are the balanced energies we're looking for in ourselves. That's the union. And it begins with your union with Source. Okay, so that's me on my soapbox again, because a lot of people, I'm reading comments, I look at other readers, I'm reading people who are in agony about, oh, he left me and he ghosted me and his karmic, and I'm like, you don't understand this journey if that is what your mind is sharing with you, and you haven't taken your mind into a place of unity within yourself, so that you, and I mean, this could take you just need to get a journal, and you just need to write all that stuff down, and you need to ask for guidance and ask for an aha, and recognize just how much of your sacred, precious life force you are wasting being focused on someone else who you perceive is not contributing to your need to be loved, when you haven't found the way to come into loving yourself. And that's because you're not fully connected to Source. So I'm going to just say it because, I mean, shucks. I would love to see every one of us come into the deep understanding as well as the experience of the power, the innocence, and the ecstasy of coming into union with ourselves, with Source. And then if someone in a body, your perfect partner, you're your perfect partner. But if there's icing on that cake, this is the energy you need to be in for the icing to get on your cake. Okay, so thank you for stopping by. I've been through it. I've lived it. I've been through it. I've lived it. I've coached people. I've helped them wake up. Come on. Let's just be real. Let's be real. Okay, you can be real. All right, so the guidance for this reading: expansion for Divine Feminine. You are the universe from Source. And for the Divine Masculine, create space. Which for me is exactly what these cards, the energy of the reading, when you get this unwound and off of you, off your spirit, off your light body, off your energy bodies, you get this gone, you will not believe how fabulous and how big and expanded and spacious you will feel. Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine, but right now, this is guidance for the Divine Masculine to be conscious of and focus on the feeling of creating space. Okay, so that's it for the general, and if you're staying on with me, the link for the extended will be below. All of my extended readings are on my Vimeo channel, unless of course you want to become a member on my Patreon page, a patron at $10 a month. You get all of the extended readings that I will do for September will be uploaded the last week of the month, and they'll stay there. You can watch them whenever you want to, and that's a $10 arrangement instead of $7 a pop for an extended reading. And I tell you, my extended readings are worth every penny of $7. Okay, so that's it. Thank you. Please do like, share, and comment, and I'll see you next time.